Okay, so take 2 of this. First of all, let me turn this music down because, please, I can't hear myself think. So, welcome to Doki Doki Literature Club, take 2, because the first time I did my whole intro, I started the game and everything, and I had picked my own name, and it just didn't feel right because I think the main character is very rude to the other girl, Sayori. Hopefully I'm saying that right, but I didn't want it to be me, and it wouldn't let me delete my name and put another name. It wouldn't let me delete the save file. It wouldn't let me do anything like that. So I had to delete the game, and I downloaded the PS4 version instead of PS5 so that I could pick a new name. But yes, here we are, Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm very excited to play this game. I've watched my favorite YouTuber Dashi Games play this, so I know up until a certain point of how it goes. I know the most traumatic thing that happens, or at least the first traumatic thing that happens. He never went back to it after that, so I don't know anything after that. I've always wanted to know how it ends. I've always wanted to play it and see how it ends. So it came to PlayStation Plus for the one of the free monthly games. So here we are, Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm also excited because I've never done any kind of like full playthrough of a game on my channel. I've only done like compilations, funny moments, clips of team-based games, stuff like that. So this is a full gameplay of a story game, and that's pretty cool. So let's go into it, and let's not pick my name this time because I don't want to be associated with this rudeness. So please enter your name, not Olivia. I don't know if I should pick like a girl name, a guy name, because I've watched Dashi play it and he's a guy obviously, so it kind of seemed like it was from a guy's perspective towards girls, but then again, I'm not one to discriminate, so it could be a girl on girl situation. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna just pick a random guy name that comes to my mind. So the main character is Aiden. Okay, so we're playing as Aiden, but it's not Olivia being rude, so that's really what I cared about. Oh my gosh, let's do it. Okay, I decided I'm gonna try it like reading the subs or whatever, because I don't know, I don't want people to have to pause if I'm reading it too fast and they didn't finish reading it, so whatever, I'll just read it. Hey. I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance. Rude. Waving her arms in the air, like she just don't care. Like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long, ? That's rude. That's suspicious. That's weird. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. Real. And I would get tired of waiting up. She's just tired. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I don't know how she would, I'm assuming she would say it like an anime girl, but I'm not an anime girl, so I don't know. I overslept again. Real. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Aiden. Literally mean. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. This dude is rude. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean, even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. Yeah, whatever you say. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Aiden, have you decided on a club to join yet? ? A club? I told you already I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Because I'm so rude. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Did I though? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Because I'm rude. Sarah likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Well, maybe it's just because she cares. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? Because I'm a good friend. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat. I don't know what that is. In a few years because you're not used to the real world. What is a neat? You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little point? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that, I guess. Yay! I feel so cringe reading these, like really I do. Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? If only you knew, sir. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Oh my god, I hate this dude sometimes. All the time. The school day is as ordinary as ever and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. That is so real. Clubs, Sori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. I mean, you did say that you were into anime. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club, because I'm so cutie patootie and nice. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club, because I'm such a Rudy patootie. Oh, meanie. Sayori is so me. Oh my god. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature, because I don't pay attention to her at all. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. That's still a good reason. I can't stop roasting this dude, but he's just rude. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That's called she started the club, sir. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Bye, loser. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. Girl, you did a little bit too much there. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make me promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or if she's cunning. If she's so cunning as to have planned all of this out. She's definitely not cunning, okay? She's not having an ulterior motive. I let out a long sigh. I said, fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? If there's food, I'm there. Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. You're dramatic. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I'm just here for a damn cupcake. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. It's a pleasure meeting you too, girl one. Hey, girl one. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Oh, I guess it's a good thing I made him a boy character. He is supposed to be a boy. Okay. Way to kill the atmosphere. Yeah, boys just kill my vibe too, girl, too. Aiden, what a nice surprise. Kind of. Welcome to the club. Thank you, girl 3. All words escape me in this situation. Well, when you're with all these pretty girls, I mean, obviously. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Knew it. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. At the beginning of the game, it does say that everyone is above the age of 18, or the age of 18 at least. Even though they're in high school, so I don't know how that works out, but hey. Maybe they're in their senior year and they've all turned 18 somehow. She is also the one who made cupcakes according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And by that, I mean always full of being rude. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. You know all that from her telling you her name, so... well, it's nice to meet both of you. Even though I didn't want to be here and I only came here for the cupcakes. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? Or is that Monica? We're just gonna say Monica. That's right. It's great to see you again, Aiden. Monica smiles sweetly. Hey, girl. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come sit down, Aiden. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes, because I'm so nice and sweet like that. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well, because I can just do that in the middle of the classroom. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. I like how they don't show any of this because it's just one simple screen and that's it. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Oh, that's cute. The whiskers all drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. That's shady. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. What do I... Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. What? Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. Why does he think he heard it? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you, dummy. Yeah, you tell him, Natsuki. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I wouldn't know, since apparently I'm Aiden and I don't read. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri is just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So, what made you consider the literature club? Actually, I was kind of dragged here against my will by Sayori, so, barely. I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori, literally, what I said. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. Never said I was. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, president, make sure you write that down. It's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Didn't Sayori start this club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. What school is taking it so seriously to have board members for their club? Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs, because that's a thing in high school. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monika really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. This game's a lot of just reading. I remember Dashi saying that, and he does not read, so... But I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. I personally love to read, so literature does grab my attention, Monika. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. I should not have to convince other people that I'm worthwhile, okay? So, that's rude. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. Do tell about the festival, Monika. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? All other 3 members turn to me, the president. Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monika must have worked really hard just to find these 3. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining, though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So, Aiden, what kinds of things do you like to read? Well, I like to read anime. Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that could change. For you, girl, Yuri. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? We didn't ask Monika, but okay. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading, since she is in the literature club. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. Real. But you know, I like a lot of things. What do you mean by that, Yuri? Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't that what this game is supposed to be? Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. She doesn't seem like someone who would be reading horror, but okay. I read a horror book once, back when I was like 7, apparently. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really, I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. I don't know if I'm more Sayori or Yuri. I don't know. One of them. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Me too, Natsuki. Me too. Oh, why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. Like that, Twilight. Say it out loud. And give that back, Monica. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems. Everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori sidles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. Oh. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? She's so rude to a new member. I think that's impressive. I compliment her even though she's rude to me, because I'm rude as well. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet, question mark. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment, in awkward silence. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Do I actually get to write a poem? Because I actually do write poetry, and that would be really fun if I actually got to write it. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Aiden? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I can't tell if I'm doing a good job of this being like a video. I don't know. Maybe I should have just played this by myself. But I'm sorry, I thought. Aiden. You all, I'm defenseless against these beautiful girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If we really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed, even though I supposedly didn't make them for you. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone, remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Do I get to write it myself, please? That would be so fun. Monica looks over at me once more. Aiden, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Aiden, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! The other only scene that we've ever seen, so. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Just look at your view, sir. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Now, I do remember that Dashi kind of picked Yuri to gravitate towards. So I don't know, but I'm definitely not gonna be gravitating towards Natsuki because she's rude. So all right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Do I get to write it? Yes! Oh my god, okay. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I'm writing the poem for me. I have to pick words? What the freak? Oh my gosh. And how do you even pick it? Okay. Love, imagination, lipstick, comfort, aura, death, laugh, whistle, dark, ribbon. I'm gonna go with love. Raindrops, childhood, destiny, marshmallow, smile, essence, blanket, treasure, bunny, sparkle. Okay. Let's go with raindrop, drop top. Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking, the hot pot, fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Extraordinary, empty, defeat, landscape, misery, hop, skirt. Why is one of these like an Easter bunny poem? Hop, skirt, nibble, ambient, vanilla. I wanted to actually write the poem myself. Okay, let's go ambient. Or should we go landscape? Let's go ambient. Amazing, silly, charm, lucky, email, pain, starscape, horror, pleasure, hope. Let's go starscape. Desire, variance, heartbeat, clouds, calm, embrace, cry, sunny, bubbles, vertigo. Does this like genuinely affect how the story goes, or because I'm just picking the words that I like out of the options? So let's go desire. Summer, rain cloud, prayer, atone, portrait, effulgent. What does that even mean?
Effulgent is a literary term. It means shining brightly, radiant.
Okay, alone, uncontrollable, happiness, party. I'll go summer. Shame, suicide, cheeks, disoriented, agonizing, awesome, milk, nightgown, jump, music. I'll go disoriented. I feel like that fits better with my words that I've already done. Vivid, waterfall, clumsy, unending, peaceful, vacation, parfait. Oh, that's random. Uncanny, kiss, and candy. Let's go. I'm torn between waterfall and kiss. Let's go kiss. Melody, flee, unrestrained, incapable, explode, climax, kill, analysis, intellectual, together. Let's go. I want to go unrestrained or melody. The unrestrained kiss. Let's just do that. Grief, fireworks, hopeless, pout, dance, philosophy, electricity, special, marriage, unrequited. This really just feels like a vocabulary quiz. Let's go fireworks, secretive, games, rose, mouse, excitement, unstable, flower, kawaii, color, or lollipop, like lollipop chainsaw. If only Nehemiah were here. Let's go rose. Okay, there's a lot of words here. Chocolate, captive, warm, question, sadness, lazy, universe, melancholy, puffy, sugar. Let's go melancholy. I love that word. Broken, memories, joy, dazzle, heart, cage, inferno, fun, flying, beauty. Let's go beauty. Daydream, tragedy, vivacious, dream, after image, misfortune, pure, boop, family, or whirlwind. Ooh, let's go whirlwind. Hurt, sunset, socks, twirl, infinite, judgment, infallible, fear, tenacious, disarray. I'm going sunset. I already picked that in my mind. Hair, eternity, scars, doki doki. So what does doki doki actually mean? The sound of a beating heart in Japanese sound symbolism. Oh, beating heart literature club. Shiny, fester, lust, vibrant, disown, tears. Let's go with Doki Doki since it's the name of the game. Bed, meager, incongruent, cheer, forgive, pink, breathe, despise, anger, fluffy. Well, I love pink. Insight, headphones, sticky, kitty, giggle, jumpy, swimsuit, rainbow, sweet, poof. Rainbow. We're almost done, okay. Shopping, frightening, Valentine, firefly, sing, journey, peace, nature, determination, contamination. Peace or fireflies? Let's go fireflies. It's kind of more unique. Okay, last page. Whisper, covet, Spinning, loud, heaven sent, entropy, skipping, feather, bouncy, wonderful. Let's go. Whisper. What is our poem gonna say? Hi again, Aiden. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha ha ha. Nah, don't worry. I just spent so much time on this poem. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. No, I couldn't tell since I'm seeing the other picture that we see, because even in most point and click games, there's more than 2 pictures, but what do I know? I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Aiden. Don't mention it, girl. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You tell him, Natsuki. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. Because you're so boring. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. That's a threat. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. You don't have to go that far, Monika. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Aiden always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. What? How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Not really, because Aiden has all this, I don't know, he's just constantly roasting Sayori in his mind, but I might be a little jealous, even though I just met you yesterday. How come? You and Aiden can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she's put me into. How is that weird? You're in a club, be friends with people. God, this guy. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. Wait, Sayori? Because I'm so embarrassed about everything. Me? Not really, but really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hold on. Game remote is activating, let's just save. Because you never know what could happen. Just saying. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought you might enjoy. Oh, so they don't like all read the same book as a club? Or it's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this since I don't own any other books. I enthusiastically take the book. Feel. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monika are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. I feel like they want us to go with Yuri because it's like he notices her more, but what do I know? Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet for more cupcakes. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Oh, I don't know. Reading is kind of a solo hobby, so maybe you should open the book and read. I guess I could always read some of the book you gave me. Oh, no, Sherlock. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monika. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. The problem is that the idea of a literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know. We just need a way of showing that to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori's taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Maybe you just don't pay attention to her, Aiden. Huh, that's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? I don't know. Any kind. People show up for food. Well, I guess we could... Cupcakes! Well, I guess Natsuki's gonna bake them. Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. Okay, you're just speaking for her, but... you're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Aren't y'all supposed to be reading? I find myself smiling. I thought we were going to share poetry. I picked my words very thoughtfully. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, I can't believe you actually said something nice about her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. She is very close to us. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Oh, sorry. Let me back up. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Duh. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know. You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. It's embarrassing. I glanced over my shoulder to see if Monika overheard. Who cares if she overheard, bruh? If people take everything so seriously. It's true, though. Yeah. I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Because she's literally the best. It's what I do best. That's the problem. How is that a problem? What about you? Oh, I see what he means. You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? 0. It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Okay, Aiden. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around at herself. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. That's rude to point that out. I run my fingertips down the side of Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. Why are you roasting her, dude? Worry about your damn self. And there's a toothpaste stain on your collar right here. Dude, she's trying her best. Stop pointing everything out. I try to wipe off the stain with my finger, but nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Okay, you're just making her feel like she should be embarrassed about everything. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. We can tell. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep your blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sayori. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? That is rude. That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. No, she won't. I started to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Oh my god. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You'd make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. So are we more than friends? Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Her ample bosom. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. If you ever buttoned it, you would notice sooner that it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means my boobs got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Because you're not allowed to have body parts even though everyone has body parts. Anyway, You look much better now, so why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. Why don't you just let her wear it how she wants to wear it, buddy? It's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew, that's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyway. Maybe we should be together. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyway, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sayori. Oh, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monika suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Now that the club is like over and... Yay! Aiden, I can't wait to read yours. Me too, since I only picked words. Yeah, same, literally. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Why is everything so embarrassing to him? I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I feel like they pick Yuri, but I want to do Sayori. I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, I'm saying Sayori. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all. Yeah, friend. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Aiden. Do we get to read it? I'd love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Okay. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. I chose Sayori for a reason because y'all are apparently meant to be. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Aiden poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. She is so freaking cute, man. You're so weird, Sayori. And if by weird you mean cute and sweet, then yes. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? He's very non-committal. It's like I said before, Aiden. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? He actually is, but okay. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. And I'm trying to convince myself that you're a good person. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Yeah, that I'm only here for the girls. Then again, I can't deny that she's a part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you will read my poem too, right? Let's read her poem, yes. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. I bet you're good. We'll see about that. Oh yes, let's read. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. She's so cute! Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Cute and funny. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Sounds good. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. I think that after everyone shares their poems, I'm gonna stop, and that's gonna be part 1 of this video because I'm a little bit tired of like reading so much. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's go Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Well, seeing as I didn't get to actually write myself, I had to pick words. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. So she's saying our poem sucks? Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Why is she saying that we're bad? Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Well, you basically said we suck, so thank you. Natsuki can be a little biased though. Biased how? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Even though we said you suck. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Okay. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Okay, gorgeous already. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe. Comes breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. Gorgeous! I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. It's not terrible, it's just a little hard to read. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. That's because I'm stupid. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Eden. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. That is gorgeous. And soon to be left with nothing. Okay, that's not gorgeous. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that because I'm dumb. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Because you suck, apparently. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? Let's not save the most mean for last. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's rude. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. Well, Yuri told us it was bad, basically. It just didn't evoke any emotions. I picked good words for emotions, ma'am. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. It's very short. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Oh, okay, this sounds like a freaking elementary school person wrote this. Like, this literally sounds like a children's book, but okay. You're gonna say ours was bad things. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Did you even try? I like it. He's lying. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, seeing how rudimentary it was. Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. Well, it wasn't serious, but okay. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. What message? That things do what they're meant to do? Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. That was supposed to hit us hard. I mean, maybe I should stop judging her little poem, but, girl. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. That's not what it, like, invoked at all, but okay. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. What wordplay, girl? You said monkeys can climb. And whatever else you said, eagles can fly. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Or you just didn't rhyme it. Okay. Glad we didn't save her for last. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Does it though? So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. What am I? Eagles can fly. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? So she's not 18? I thought they're all supposed to be 18. Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but aren't they all 18? Is that not what it said? But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay. Who should I show my poem to next? I don't know. So many choices. Hi, Aiden. Having a good time so far? Well, everyone told me my show was bad, and Natsuki wrote about eagles flying, so Yuri's was good, and Sayori's was good too, so good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're doing everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening, because I am just the president of the club. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? I would love to read our poem. It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Aiden. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Can we read it? I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Seeing as we're perfect together, apparently. Is that so? She did like it, after all. You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. So my poem says Sayori to you? Like, what? Doesn't make sense. You sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? I don't think she enjoys them. I think she's just hiding her sadness, according to what I know from the game. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find any kind of style that suits you. I didn't read that right. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kind of styles. Yeah, like Yuri. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. Well, thank you. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes, I would love to. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident, because I'm the president. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. So you're just being faked and putting up a face for everyone else, because that's how you think that they think you should be. Okay, got it. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, they're burning. Already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. This is really good. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Oh. See, now this is very introspective. Like she took the hole in the wall and made it something completely different or something. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Well, I just really forked it up because I was trying my hardest to read the writing. But it was a little bit difficult to read that. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk. Let's see if they walk home or something. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. That was mostly Yuri and Natsuki. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. Do we get to read the poem? This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly, because she thinks hers sucks. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? Like when I said eagles can fly and monkeys can climb? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Yeah, okay, buddy. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. That's not really how suggestions work, but... Which people did, by the way. Who was that liked it? Because it wasn't me. Sayori liked it. And Aiden did too. They didn't really say that. Well, maybe he did, but... So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Aiden liked my poem too, you know. Why are we fighting about me? Him. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. This goofy music. That's not what I... You're just... This sounds like freaking Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. Yuri stands up as well. Okay, well, we're getting a little heated here. Maybe you're just jealous that Aiden appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Yeah, she didn't really give us any advice, but you kind of told us we suck, so I don't really appreciate either. And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Ladies, let's slow it down here. Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh, she kind of took a deliberate shot at her. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Aiden started showing up. Heard that. You're just mad because yours didn't or something? I don't know. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Aiden! She's just trying to make me look bad. Dude, this is poems. Like, let's chill out, bro. That's not true. She started it. You guys sound like 2-year-olds. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective. Y'all do not have to agree on writing styles here, guys. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Hers was not convoluted. The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Well, all I got from your poem is that animals do what they're supposed to do, so... Help me explain that to her, Aiden. Whoa, I'm not in this, guys. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only necessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Aiden? They're not gonna make me pick, huh? Do not make me pick. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So basically, I should agree with who I want to like me. So of course, that's going to be... Natsuki, Yuri, or help me Sayori. I'm sorry, but I agree with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so mean. Period. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. I understand. Yuri, you're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. But here's the thing, no matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see, I didn't notice. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. I should have asked freaking Sayori to help me, bruh. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things you didn't mean. I think Natsuki meant them. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. Oh, she's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Oh. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sarah, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all of your faces right now. Because you feel ganged up on, I guess. Which I kind of get. Maybe I shouldn't have just like picked one of those. Maybe I should have just asked Sayori. But I agree with Yuri, sorry. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumbles up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Okay, this is turning into something I still don't want her to feel bad. Like, I don't want her to throw away her poem, jeez. Glad she couldn't hear what I actually said about her poem. She really didn't need to do that. Look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything alright? I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I acted like that. It was basically Natsuki. You were defending yourself. You probably hate me now. Why would I hate you over this? All of this is dumb anyways. Let's just read our poems and go home. Like, what the... No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Aiden. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. Is this video just gonna be super cringe? Like, I feel like me reading this is just super cringe. Okay. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, what thing did Natsuki say? He's really gonna make her say it. Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. And it's just about time for me to end the video. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Yeah, I don't know if it was really fun or if it turned out into a big fight for no reason. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright, well, mostly. Surprised she said that. Aiden, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome! In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Okay. Monica, we're getting a little carried away here. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So now we're all friends here. So your poem will turn out even better. Well, I never got to write it in the first place or even read it, so... I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the kind of poems everyone likes. Well, you shouldn't write something just because someone else is gonna like it. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. No. You write a poem based on what you feel and think. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Aiden, they basically just want us to pick someone we like. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Aw. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Oh, how cutie patootie. Okay. We're gonna save it there and we're gonna stop it there because my throat is actually dry from talking so much. So hopefully the two people that watched this enjoyed it. I'm just having fun playing the game that I wanted to play, but hopefully anyone, maybe someone in this world will watch this video. I don't know. Even if they don't, I'm still playing the game. So what kind of outro was that? I don't know, but thank you for watching and stay tuned for part 2. Bye.